We already talked about what critical thinking is and discovered some fallacies. But how can you recognize those fallacies in a debate, and how can you respond to them?
As a critical thinker, I think it's good to keep a few things in mind whenever you have an argument about something with somebody. First of all, this has more to do with the style of critical thinking than with the very content, but it's important. First of all, stay polite. Do not call your adversary stupid or badly informed or whatever. Nobody will accept that. Nobody will say, oh, you're right, I'm stupid, so you have to be correct. I mean, the human psychology just doesn't work like that. Okay? So you need to find a common ground. Okay? And so values are important here. Values like being truthful. If you yourself are not actually sure of what you're saying, then say so, admit it. It's okay to say, you know what, I think it's this or that, but I might be mistaken. I'm not an expert in this. Maybe I'll have to look up a few things and try to reason it out together. Ask yourself and the other person or the other people, what do we need in information to come up with a better understanding compared to what we have now? Which study do we need? Something in Nature or Science or whatever journal, right? If somebody tells you, well, but I heard it from somebody who heard it from another person, so that's not very reliable. People should understand this. So you can tell that person, well, you know what, I respect your opinion, but you heard it from someone who heard it from somebody, and so what is this worth? Maybe not much. That person can be mistaken, of course, right? There's noise on the information, so to speak. So which source or sources should we consult to come up with better information? That's a very fair question. Also, it's polite. It's different than saying, I know it because I'm a scientist or I have a PhD or I'm an expert. Or no, you say, you know what, let's look it up. And then it's very important that you try to find the common ground. In that sense, you should agree on what it takes. Now, okay, this is a subtle, difficult thing, but it's understandable. You should agree on what it takes to change your opinion. It's a counterintuitive thing, because most of the time we're all looking for confirmation of our opinions. It's also a form of a fallacy. It's called the confirmation bias. So you think something about something, could be anything, and what are you going to do? You go to Google or whatever, and you look for information that supports, confirms what you are already thinking. But the good thing to do, if you're a critical thinker, an authentic critical thinker, you need to look for information that could contradict your opinion, right? That's a very important thing. A critical thinker looks for information that obliges him to change his or her opinion. So practically, I'm thinking this or that, and I can support my opinion with arguments and facts and studies and whatever. But I'm going to ask you, you know what? If you would show me this or that, if it would be proven that this or that is the case, if there's a study with experiments and the result is this or that, then I'm going to be willing to change my opinion. See, that's something you could agree on. It's a tough thing to do, but it's a very important thing.